Hello, I'm CinematicCritic. Before I get started, I just want to let you know that I have started using clips in certain of my reviews. Tonight, I'll be playing certain clips off of my phone that I took of what Be Cool Scooby Doo, the show I'm going to be reviewing tonight. When I did that a couple nights ago, yeah, I got copyright claimed. But this time, now that I know what fair use is, I'm fighting said claim. And if you're watching this video like 30 days after it's published, the claim's probably already been, I'm going to win the claim. I know I am going to lose all the monetization on it. But if you want to know more about that, watch any of the fair use videos. You came here to see why Be Cool Scooby Doo is so bad, and tonight's episode is Be Cold Scooby Doo. That's the title of the episode. And there are many, many things wrong with it. Let's get started. This first clip might have a bit of an issue showing, but every other clip will be fine. And I gotta get back to the right place. Bear with me. And here we go.
It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Well, you've never experienced snow before, so Shaggy, meet snow.
They have.
What about the movie where they met the abominable snowman and they were plenty of snow in that continuity?
Good job, Dad. You pulled off quite a surprise.
What's this?
Your surprise is coming when you least expect it.
What?
No, I don't think so. Danger radar.
Daphne? Alright. Who's giving us the assignment this time?
Actually, to be fair, that lady who's coming in the picture right now, she is not the one giving the assignment. But let's talk about the two issues that are in there. First of all, as I mentioned, there was the whole Abominable Snowman movie. There was snow in that, so yes, they have been there. I get it. There might not be, this might not have anything to do with that movie. It might not be canon, but, or this maybe might not be canon. The second thing I mentioned is, Daphne is my least favorite character, and what's she going to be doing here? Well, having watched the full episode now, we'll talk about it a little later. So let's move on to clip 2.
So I have to talk about one thing that happened in between these clips that I'm about to show. We met some snowboarder person who talked in only snowboarder lingo, and no one could understand them except apparently Velma. And now look at this. Next clip.
Quick, Scoob, to the dog sled. Mush? No.
Is that supposed to be funny?
We've never solved the snow mystery before, should we?
Again, yes you have.
Careful, we can get dangerous up here. Because of the snow monster? Snow monster? That's absurd. I'm talking about the ice on the ground. I'm dunking on that.
Then why do you look that way?
And I assure you, we're the #1 resort, not just for fun, but for
Safety?
safety.
So what was Heidi-Ho talking about?
Oh, it's just some urban legend getting in people's heads. Last night, for example, some kid.
I want you to pay attention to what was going on in that scene. Let's see here. We start out with Shaggy as the dog and Scooby as the human on a dog sled. Was it supposed to be funny? Because it's not. Them falling down was funny once, but then falling down like 2 or 3, they do it 4 times in the next scene, was not really funny. And then I mentioned a snowboarder person who we're going to see later, who, from the moment I saw her, spoiler alert, but not really, I knew was going to be the snowman that comes into question later. Gets worse from there, guys. Gets worse from there.
Sorry, I have to show more of that clip because it's just so ridiculous.
It's important is that you enjoy yourself while you're here. Well, there's few things I enjoy more than solving a good mystery.
That's 4 times or 5 times. I lost count.
Actually, I just ended up saying that, didn't I? 4 or 5 times. Yeah, so I actually don't remember if there was 4 or 5 times because, oh, brother. I lost my place. Just let me backtrack to right here.
Okay, credit where credit is due. This part is actually pretty funny. It's the only reason I still watch this show, because every now and again you get a funny moment like this. It's
Pardon
not
me,
Scooby Doo.
I can't check
It's
the
not Scooby Doo at all.
video to make sure
But
that I am recording correctly.
it can be kind of funny, especially
If I don't
like me
have my
who's a
screen.
skier and knows that beginners definitely look like this when they're on the slopes.
What the heck?
Now, my question is how they're going to ruin this shot.
Alright. Sorry about that. Let's start that from the beginning.
Okay, credit where credit is due. This part is actually pretty funny.
Semi-funny, I should have
It's
said.
the only reason I still watch this show, because every now and again you get a funny moment like this. It's not Scooby Doo. It's not Scooby Doo at all. But it can be kind of funny, especially for someone like me who's a skier and knows that beginners definitely look like this when they're on the slopes.
No offense to any beginner skier out there.
Now, my question is how they're going to ruin this shot.
Show off.
Alright, you got me there. No problem with that shot.
Yeah, I actually laughed while playing that shot back too. Yes, I did. I can't discredit that shot. That was a comedic moment. You get 1 point. But let's move on.
I don't see anything out of the ordinary. Do you?
Well, that snowball you're holding certainly isn't unexpected.
Nothing.
Danger radar.
Okay, so apparently in this episode, Daphne's not so much of an idiot as she's not able to pull one over on him, on Fred. So this is kind of a flip, which only makes matters worse, because I think they're trying to fix what was wrong in the first couple of episodes, but they haven't exactly done the right thing yet.
Allow me to explain myself on that clip. The fact is that I think that they are trying to be more like the original, which is tragic because they are failing miserably. If you're going to try to be the original, well, be the original. Make sure you fix all the characters, you fix all the stories. They aren't doing that. If anything, they are just being worse. Let me think if I can how to best describe this. See, that's so hard. It's so hard for me to describe. Usually with movies, I can describe something. I know who the characters are. But in this case, I grew up with Scooby Doo. I really did. So to see Scooby Doo turned into this is tragic. Even more tragic, I would say, than watching the Teen Titans turned into Teen Titans Go. So maybe we should just move on to one more clip, and then I'll talk about the real issue that I had with this episode.
Alright, remember that snowboarder person I mentioned earlier? Well, here she comes. Let's see, who thinks she's going to be the snow monster?
Which makes a surprise attack
Cut it out, two flankers. I'm slashing the north path.
Huh?
Get out of the way, you ignorant amateurs, and let an expert through. I cleaned it up a little.
Where'd you...
Oh,
Okay, yeah. It is, I really, I'm gonna guess, I mean, I was wrong in the last episode, but I've been right in every other episode. I think that the snowboarder is the snow monster.
did I mention in the earlier that I was correct? The fact is that they really don't do a good job hiding who it's going to be. And then they go and do the fact is that I told you guys that the Swamp Monster episode that I did a couple nights ago, the review on that, was the worst. And it is the worst of the show so far. My favorite so far has actually been Gremlins on a Plane because it had some funny moments. But, you know, do funny moments really save the show? I don't know, you be the judge, but this really is more targeted towards kids, something which I don't mention in these clips.
The worst idea in the history of thinking.
Huh?
The worst idea in the history of thinking.
Oh, I reshot that. That's why.
Apologize. That's the worst idea in the history of thinking.
So basically, in those two clips that I showed you, Velma is basically telling Daphne that going to hide in the mountains is the worst idea in the history of thinking. And then Fred says, let's try to catch the monster. And she says, that's the worst. I apologize. That is the worst idea I've ever heard in the history of thinking. How many bad ideas have you guys had? Are we forgetting all of those? I mean, really? So, and believe it or not, we're only halfway through the episode. If you want to tune out now, go ahead. But if you want to see just why you shouldn't watch this, here comes the next clip.
Okay, let's talk about one thing. Sometimes they do kind of do throwbacks to the old show. The old show had several things like, Scooby and Shaggy doing something goofy to try to distract the monster. But they were never too goofy.
Like this.
Well, not like this.
Yeah.
We waited years for him to come to save our kingdom home. The evil witch has placed a spell on our enchanted land. But with your help, we'll lift that curse. Come and pay.
Okay. Yeah, get the point?
Because I don't. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the new distractions that Scooby Doo and Shaggy cause. You've taken everything funny about them and dumbed them down so that a little kid understands it and an adult says, what the heck is this? What the heck is this? I don't even want to continue showing these clips because it's like watching it for a second time, which I don't want to do.
Okay, this joke got old.
Here we go again with that same joke.
This joke.
Fortunately, the horrible cold numbs the terrible pain.
And this.
We lost him. Danger radar.
So basically, every single episode has one joke that they kill after one or two uses, and they've managed to you kill both those jokes. It's not funny that Daphne can't ski anymore. I'm sorry, that Velma can't ski anymore, and it's not funny that Daphne keeps going after Fred, and they can't make it funny.
Alright, last clip. Let's watch the chase scene.
Last clip.
And I want you to notice one thing at the beginning of it. This. Nice knowing you, buddy. It had its moments. Does Cartoon Network...
Nice knowing you, buddy. It had its moments. Nice knowing you, buddy. It had its moments. Nice knowing you, buddy. It had its moments, says Scooby to Shaggy. Scooby-Doo, Shaggy-Doo, inseparable. Nice knowing you, buddy. It had its moments. Do I even need to explain how wrong that is? Because I can't explain it again. I'll let my recorded self, do the explaining there. Because you really should be able to tell that they've actually ruined Scooby's and Shaggy's relationship. And now on with a horrible show. Did I mention that I'm going to be lowering my rating from a 5 out of 11 to a 4 out of 11?
Cannot understand that the relationship between Scooby-Doo and Shaggy is a great one. They're like brothers or something. It had its moments? No. The whole thing was amazing. How can you say that? And now the chase.
No lyrics for once. Interesting.
What what stupid way will the monster be caught today?
Actually, they don't even catch it in
Oh,
the
look at
chase.
that. No lyrics for once.
They don't catch it in this chase. That's another thing. I couldn't believe
So,
it.
every episode has had lyrics from the chase scenes, but not this one.
Yeah, that's true. Everything.
Got that same pop beat, I guess.
Puppy, let's dance to it. Da da. Yeah, I'm done.
Well, we're at minute 25, which means that this can't go on for much longer, can it?
It seemed like forever, actually.
And here we go.
And there we don't go.
So, who do you think it's going to be? They didn't catch it? You gotta be kidding me.
So let me explain that. Basically, lately, they haven't been catching them in the chase scenes, whereas in the beginning, they were chasing them in the catch scenes, which is, again, where is the continuity between episodes? At least the old, well, not at least, the old Scooby Doo episodes had, you know, they stuck to the same formula. This one, they switch up the formula, which you'd think would be good, but we're talking about a classic here. So why switch up a formula that works?
At least we're inside. Dry and warm and lazy.
Saw that coming.
Saw that coming, yeah.
Oops. It's my nemesis, water. No matter what state it's in.
Your-
Solid, liquid, or gas.
your nemesis is water.
Trouble. No, it's
Okay,
not the water. It's Fred.
weird.
If you weren't wasting your day.
Her nemesis is water. Velma's weakness is water. No. Just no.
Alright, one more clip. You want proof
This time
that
this
all
really is the
realism
last
has been
clip.
taken out of Scooby Doo, and now it truly is a cartoon. with
Here we go.
no
This is why
real
Scooby Doo
world
is now a cartoon
consequences.
with no
Here
real
you go.
world consequences.
Not slow-mo. Turns into a giant round ball. Somehow that catches the monster. Now let's find out who this is. I'm still guessing it's the snowboarder, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's the
Danger
owner.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Go ahead, reveal what I already know.
Told you.
What's going on down here?
Everything with the last episode, I've known exactly who it's going to turn out to be.
Which is not good. You want people guessing.
Wow. And I'm glad you asked.
Yeah, good.
Heidi didn't
What
want
is
Sunnyside Lodge to become a major
I knew
international
it was her, but
tourist
what is going on?
Yeah, they don't explain any of the character's background. That's one of the villain's background.
I guess that at least for the first time in the series, the person has a good reason.
Yeah, motive,
Well,
but we were never given
semi-good
the
reason.
background. And that's it. That's really it. Oh, what are you talking about? I actually shot more? Do I even have to show these? Yeah, just listen to this one. Remember how I told you about how she got like this, the lingo and everything? You don't have to look at this one either. Listen.
Accounts for the strange track patterns in the snow.
And this Betty would have stomped her with steez if these posers hadn't checked my gaper gap.
You're not
I think we got
cool.
Totally.
Which part?
So that's just the same thing, but that's the full what she says. And now this truly is the last video. This one is only 5 seconds long, but I want you to see it because it's very, very important.
I would like to show you one final thing. Can't see it, can you? Well, I just deleted it, basically, is what I did.
I roast
I don't save shows that don't deserve to be shaved.
That's right. I don't deserve shows that don't deserve to be saved. I don't buy movies that don't deserve to be bought. Hey, look at that! I actually managed to make this a full 20-minute review. That's how much I have to say about this show. It took me as long as one episode to get out my frustration with this show. In a fair use review, and that I will fight a copyright claim on if they make a copyright claim on this, because this is fair use. A summary. Cartoon Network, please make more shows like Adventure Time or Regular Show or even The Amazing World of Gumball. Don't ruin shows like Teen Titans by doing Teen Titans Go. At least that you totally changed the source material. But this, you're trying to do a reincarnation of a very successful show and you're not succeeding at all. Hey guys, guess what? Only 1 week until the Powerpuff Girls premieres.